Hey everyone, welcome to your Universe Z, the place where we talk all about the Dragon Ball universe. Today we are going to go through Goku revealing his last transformation before he died. If you would like to see more Dragon Ball content, please leave your like and subscribe to join our Universe Z. Transformations in Dragon Ball have always been one of the most eager things to see in the animation and manga pictures. One of the central tenets of the Dragon Ball franchise is that there is always a level above where you currently are, and no character in the series embodies this philosophy better than the franchise's protagonist Son Goku. The Saiyan is constantly obtaining and utilizing new transformations and never-before-seen forms that manage to impress even the gods of Dragon Ball. In fact, the longevity of the franchise can be attributed solely to Goku's constant discovery, learning, and use of new forms and transformations. But what are Goku's most powerful forms, after all, and what might his last, literally, form as a fighter be? Let's try to talk about that in today's video. Son Goku, born as Kakaroto, is a Saiyan raised on Earth and the main overall protagonist of the Dragon Ball series. Originally sent to Earth as a child, Kakarot would be adopted by Grandpa Gohan, who named him Son Goku. A head injury at a young age alters Goku's memory, ridding him of his initial destructive nature and allowing him to grow up to become one of Earth's greatest defenders. He constantly strives and trains to be the greatest warrior possible, which has kept Earth and the universe safe from destruction many times. Goku is one of the strongest mortal warriors in the multiverse, often referred to, even by deities, as the most powerful and fittest warrior in Universe 7, as well as one of the most powerful characters in the franchise. Combat prodigy. He learned a great deal as a child and would continue to learn almost effortlessly just about any new technique he could find. Natural talent for battle, along with his unwavering drive, took his power to unprecedented levels, to the point where it reached and rivaled the dominance of the gods of destruction. Ultimately, Goku's immeasurable potential has led him to believe he is incomparable and even unbeatable to any other fighter when he is at his absolute peak. But after all, currently, what are the character's most powerful forms? Starting the list as Goku's weakest form is the original Dragon Ball transformation, the basic Super Saiyan form. While still useful and powerful, even the overpowered Super Saiyan form is the weakest of all the transformations in the branch. Again, this is not to say that the form is not useful or relevant, even in the contemporary state of the series. Tournament of Superpower saw Goku land the final blow on Jiren in the basic Super Saiyan form, proving that it can still be useful under the right condition. That said, it is still easily the weakest of all his current forms. Super Saiyan 2 is exactly where it should be on this list, being the most powerful form in all of Dragon Ball at the same time. When first introduced, its power was absolutely mind-blowing, with its first user, Teen Gohan, wowing fans with its power. Even in Super, the form still makes relevant appearances, mainly through Trunks' unique view of the form and Caulifla being taught the Super Saiyan 2 form during the Tournament of Power. While still relevant, he is sadly no longer the king of the hill he once was, despite holding a special place in many fans' hearts. Pinnacle of the standard Super Saiyan transformation line, Super Saiyan 3 is in the middle of the pack for Goku's transformations. Form was the strongest from the end of Dragon Ball Z through the first few episodes of Super, before the next form on this list was introduced. Super Saiyan 3 is an incredibly powerful transformation, with Goku's process of powering himself up to the form seen affecting the environment in ways never seen before. In fact, the form is so powerful that he even says that using it is only possible when he is dead, as it would drain too much stamina to use while alive. That alone should be enough to prove his strength and solidify his rank here. The first of Dragon Ball Super's unique transformations, Super Saiyan God, provides a good starting point for the next stage of Super Saiyan evolution. The form doesn't exactly allow Goku to fight on the same ground with the god of destruction Beerus, but it does allow him to fight decently. The form also impresses Beerus enough to allow Goku to be trained in the ways of the key god by his assistant, Whis, who gives way to the next transformation in this list. Form becomes relevant even through the later entries in Super, which include the movie Broly, where the form is used against the opponent of the same name. Super Saiyan Blue is the culmination of Goku and Vegeta's training with Whis in the God Ki form, and is the basic transformation for most of Dragon Ball Super. It is an incredibly powerful form that has proven itself capable of taking on almost every opponent the franchise has introduced so far. Form is not only one of Goku's most powerful at the moment, but also one of the most relevant, and will likely continue to hold those titles for some. While Superior Instinct is what he typically uses to ensure victory, almost every fight begins with the use of Super Saiyan Blue, emphasizing just how powerful the form is. Finally, Goku's strongest transformation currently in the series is undoubtedly Superior Instinct. Very few opponents have been able to face it so far, and even fewer can say that they have beaten it. Those who can claim the feat will hopefully soon be surpassed in the next few issues of the Dragon Ball Super manga. Form is the perfect combination of attack and defense, allowing the user to rely solely on instinct and sensation, hence the name of the form. It has overpowered some of the strongest characters in the series so far, with those who overcome it only through a wish in the wish-granting devices of the same name. There is no argument to be made against superior instinct being Goku's most powerful current form. Considering the pace of things now, it is quite possible that the character's next form will be angel-related. After all, we know that superior instinct is nothing more than a form that can be attained and is used directly by the angels themselves. Not even the gods of destruction were able to use it perfectly. However, from the course of events, it is possible that the future forms of Goku and Vegeta are related to the angels and gods of destruction. At least, according to what we see both of them following, that's what it looks like. If we think too far ahead, it becomes almost impossible to imagine what the character's true peak could be. After all, getting stronger are only steps on the scale of Goku's life. The direction that Dragon Ball's story is always taking is to bring in more and more powerful characters so that our protagonist can surpass them eventually. Therefore, talking about what his final form might be is almost impossible. However, it is certain that one day he will reach the level or surpass others like Xenos and Shenlong. Until then, however, we do not know how he will climb all these steps to reach such a level. Considering the staggering of powers and opponents, it is possible that the next pinnacle of Dragon Ball battles will happen when a new threat arrives on Earth. And, for sure, it would come from a planet, dimension, or universe that wishes to destroy them. It would be cool if it was something related to the latest arcs involving the new characters like Beerus and the other gods of destruction. However, it is certain that this would be a pretty interesting way to put Goku and the other characters to the test again. So we could see something like not just a fight between Earth and this new group of adversaries, but maybe a big general war between universes and everyone going against these enemies. In this way, we could have deaths of other characters, new transformations, characters going to their peak and overcoming them, and, of course, a possible new death of Goku at his true peak, perhaps demonstrating one last transformation before that happens. Could it be the superior instinct, the angel mode, something even more powerful that we're not even aware exists yet? Regardless of what it was, it would certainly send chills down our arms when we see the scene in question, becoming one of the most remarkable in all of Dragon Ball history. But what about you? What do you think might be Goku's peak? It could be his last form, the one that would be his true peak. Leave your opinion in the comments. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your Universe Z.